I get woken up by a frantic phone call from my friend. He's asking me to drive him and his dog to the airport. Now, honestly, I didn't really want to, but I'm stupid and nice, so I say yes. About halfway to the airport, paving stone falls off of a truck in front of us. We run it over, and it punches a hole in my transmission. So now that car is totaled and can't drive. So I managed to convince a buddy to come and pick us up and drive us on the way to the airport so he can make his flight. We get to the airport, and it turns out that the crate that my buddy had brought was too small, and the dog was not allowed on the plane. So he turns to me and asks me if I can watch the dog for him for a week while he's gone. Again, I reluctantly say yes because I'm stupid and nice. So now, I don't have a car, but I do have a dog that I have to take care of. I asked my friend who had come and rescued us if he would drive me up to my parents' house so I could get a car. Get there and find out that the battery in the car I was going to borrow is dead. We spent about 2 hours charging it up, still not working, so then we had to go out and buy a new battery, bring it back, put it in the car, finally got the car started. Keep in mind, it's already nighttime at this point, so I spent my whole day making errands for stuff that I didn't really want to do because I'm too nice. But I was finally on my way home. So I'm driving on the freeway, and about halfway home, I see something dart into the street. So I slam on my brakes and I swerve out of the way, but whatever it was smacked the side mirror and just took it clean off. I freak out and hit the brakes, look behind me and see that it's a woman in the road that apparently I've just hit with my car. Dart out of the car and I run into the street and I go to see if she's okay. And luckily she was fine, very shooken up, and she's picking up pieces of her cell phone out of the road and she's crying and she's kind of incoherent. I get a good look at her and I notice that her hair has been freshly dyed pink about 10 minutes ago, and her neck and her shoulders are all covered in the pink hair dye. You could see that she had had a very rough day before she was hit by a car, and this was just the cherry on top. And then, with the most perfect timing, my mother calls me to check in. I pick up the phone and I loudly shout, "Mom, I cannot talk right now. I just hit a woman with my car." And I hang up the phone. So that was probably a very stressful call for her. But I had bigger things on my plate at that moment. This woman who I just hit with my car, I felt so bad. Only thing I could think to do for her is to drive her to wherever she needs to go. She got in the car and I drive her to a trailer park to meet her boyfriend. So she's on the phone and she's talking to her boyfriend, just going crazy about some guy hit me with his car and my arm hurts so bad. And the whole time I'm thinking, hey, you told me that you were okay. And also, I'm that guy who hit you with the car. I'm driving you to see this dude that you're complaining about. So I'm a little freaked out about the possibility of me maybe getting my ass kicked by the angry boyfriend. So we finally get to the trailer park, and I still have the dog with me and this lady in my car. And the dog somehow managed to open the back door to the car, and he bolts. Now, I'm thinking this is not my dog. I cannot lose this dog. So I'm running through this trailer park at night trying to find my friend's dog. And after chasing him for about 20 minutes, I realized I just left a meth head in my parents' car alone with the keys in the ignition. So I freak out again and run right back to the car. Now, thankfully, she was still sitting there in the passenger seat. So I jump in and I tell her, listen, I need to take this car and I need to chase down this dog. Now, you can either come with me or you need to get out of the car. And she responds with very sarcastically saying, oh, I'm sorry that I ruined your day. And this was just the cherry on top for me. And I freaked out and I just said, just get the out of my car. So she gets out of the car and I finally chase down this dog and capture him. And by now it's real late at night and I can finally go home and drink myself silly and forget about this horrible, horrible day that I had.